But you guys got a new song coming out soon, Cocaine Eyes?
Yeah, we do.
Is that it? Is that about cocaine?
It's not about cocaine specifically. It's about I don't know if you've ever had the experience of going out and being sober while everyone around you is absolutely monged,
Yes, I have.
absolutely smashed.
I
Yeah,
have. It is strange.
I wrote that after what I guess I consider a horror night out. It was for someone close to me's birthday, and I had come into the evening before dinner, and everyone else had been drinking during the day, and this is people sort of in their mid 30s to late 30s, and they had preloaded so hard that everyone was absolutely obliterated by the time we got to the restaurant, and I was just like, oh my god, just fucking kill me, because I was sitting there stone cold sober with a few other people. Everyone else was basically slobbering over each other and just making an absolute menace of themselves in this like restaurant where people were just trying to have a nice time.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just like, fucking kill me. Oh, this sucks.
This is so embarrassing.
You guys are so embarrassing. You guys are being such dicks.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Like a bunch of children, but you're all like in your mid-30s.
Exactly like that. Exactly like that. And I kind of wrote it like that. And I think once you hear the lyrics, it's not particularly subtle. One of my friends, bless him, was like, girls go down there and guys come up here. And I was like, what the fuck? Is this primary school? Fuck. I am not enjoying this.
No, that's quite on like the, I guess, substance thing I find, because I played in bands for a while, and I played in a cover band for a few years, and I'd be around people on all sorts of kind of things, and I always found drunk people to be the worst every time. Like, you get people who are like a bit stoned and that, or maybe on like some pills, like, I mean, yeah, it depends, right? Someone starts a tangent or something, and they won't stop. But then, obviously, like with like so everyone's like pretty chill, but just drunk people. It's always drunk people.
Yeah,
Just like slobbering everywhere, coming up to you, especially because you said you played in a cover band as well. You were saying before, people, oh, it's great, but you played this song, and just like spitting, everyone's just like tripping over your pedal board and hitting a mic stand. Oh man, I copped a few mics to the teeth. That's
I've had the same experience
like,
of people.
Fuck, and it's always people like 40s, menaces, recent divorcees. Recent divorced women are the worst. I'll be real. Oh my god. Recent divorced women, like, play my song.
Had 3 kids and I haven't been drinking in 3 years.
I got the babysitter. You know, it's just like, fuck me.
Yeah.
I found. Hey, well, people go through this shit. All right, but sometimes it's like, dial it back.
I wouldn't gender it, but I would definitely say that age group has a thing going on. It's like they don't do it very often, so when they go out and they go a bit hard. They think, I'm still 25.
Yeah. Yeah, for
I can still have 7 or 8 Jaeger bombs.
Yeah. But it's always for my few years of doing the cover band stuff, it was generally the older woman. I would generally find you get a few crazy sometimes younger people come in, but that's mainly what I found. Also going to like different kinds of gigs, like, I mean, we're kind of more like in the, I guess, the rock, alternative metal, maybe punk world. And then going to those gigs are always kind of like, I find, especially like punk gigs and that, depending on the punk band, but for me, like hardcore shows, people are quite respectful, generally. You get a few critters who might, like, moshing might get out of hand, but for me, I find people to be, someone falls down, pick them up, all that stuff, right? But like going like hip-hop shows, I've been to a couple, and I'm like, man, people don't give a fuck about. It's very different. Like, I've been to a couple of hip hop shows. I went to the Listen In music festival last year at Mount Smart, and like that was odd. It was like, when there's violence, it's real violence. Like, you're in like a the mosh pit for like, I don't know, what was it, like Central C or like some of those grime or like rappers, and it's like, if you end up in like a mosh pit, it might end up with a knife. It's like, shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Like, I've been around a couple of different music scenes, like audiences, and like the hip hop one was, I found kind of weird, and like, but the rock ones are just mainly people just drunk, like just beer, like beer, a bit of that. But I don't know. I find it like interesting. So it's like a anthropological study. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
People act different.
Yeah, I think possibly with the way, well, particularly where rock and metal is now, it's definitely an acquired taste. And I think if you go along to a rock music show, generally, or a metal show, it's because you're invested in it, and by extension, probably invested in the community. So if you're there, those are your people, and you probably feel like you have a connection and a responsibility to keeping them ensuring they're having a good time. maybe that's part of it.
True. Yeah, yeah. Because I've been to even really heavy Viator's Murder, deathcore kind of real heavy shows, and people are real nice.
Yeah.
They look scary, but they're very nice.
Yeah.
I just always find it but I guess it's like the outlet, right? So extreme, so intense. It kind of chills everybody out. I mean, if you
Yeah.
so there's kind of something to that.
Yeah, I think they're possibly there because they identify with it, and by extension, maybe they identify with the people who are there as a result. Whereas maybe if you're going to something that's more popularly focused, you're going there for fun, to get monged and maybe cause some mischief.
Yeah.
Whereas the purpose to go there isn't necessarily because you're really heavily invested in the music and the community. It's because, I don't know, you're going to go there and get drunk and be a menace, perhaps.
Yeah.